Well, hello. How about a full moon reading? I think so. As you guys, I'm sure, are aware, I have not had a chance to do the readings for the month. I've been crazy blessed with personal readings and taking time for me and my kids. I will eventually get back to the monthly readings, but for now, we shall do the Libra full moon reading. As we know, March was also the full moon in Libra. It was at the very beginning stages of Libra. Tomorrow, it's going to be a full moon at 29 degrees Libra. Each sign only has 30 degrees. So we are at the end of this journey of finding balance in our lives, finding who it is, what it is that needs to go that's offsetting our scales. This full moon in Libra is in opposition of Uranus. Uranus is in control, per se, of the way that we act. Libra is our way station of our emotions. It's finding the happy medium to our reaction to the events, to whatever is taking place in our lives. Now, Uranus, kind of like, here we go. We went real quick from PG to not even fucking close to PG. So here we are. Kind of like when you're having sex. Things are pretty amped up. Not the slow missionary Monday phase, we shall say. And then it slips out, and what does it run into? Yep, Uranus. Totally unexpected, excited, amped up, and unpredictable. Now put that and the balancer of your emotions or your reactions in the ring together. Oh yes. Bring on the Cymbalta, the perhaps early celebration of 420, whatever you need to do, as long as you let those emotions, those thoughts, those feelings process, and you understand that we're at 29 degrees. So if you have been pitter-pattering back and forth, hee-hawing around, going and just checking, making sure the door is still unlocked. It's not open, but it's unlocked. If they wanted to walk in, they could. We're going to go, and we're going to go shut that door because you weren't born in a barn, and you're going to lock it. Because what's in our past, it needs to stay there, and it needs to be appreciated for what it is. And what it is something that has contributed to who you are today. I know that might not be the easiest concept or the most comfortable, but in the same regard, if you have been enduring something that has changed your life, that nearly brought you down, that made you feel like you were carrying around a deck of cards that only had the Tower card in it, what has it shown you? What did you learn? Appreciate that, put it in your display case, and put a lock on it. It's done. Other astrological influences, we shall say. We'll start out with the sun. Still in Aries, is in conjunction with Uranus. What does conjunction mean? It means that they are currently your two children who are getting along, while not all households may be the same as mine. I get that. But in my house, we have three options, okay? They are getting along, being the two best friends there ever will be, and can take on the world hand in hand. Or, option two, they are bound and determined to keep fighting until they're both whining, tattling, crying, bleeding, whatever. And option three, they act as if neither of them even exist, even though they might be right next to each other. So thankfully, conjunction means option number one. So they are getting along, being the two best friends that there ever will be, and they can take on anything that comes their way as long as they are a team. So now with that, we have Aries in general. The sun is in Aries, and Aries is the I am, the maestro, the leader, the one who's going to be the front of the pack. The Fool card, not needing anything other than their desire and determination to set out on a new journey. If you see the Fool card, it's normally one little small ounce of belongings that they carry with them because they don't need much, because what they need is within them and they just go with it. Combine that with all of the happy, you are my sunshine shit and pour it all together with the ta-da surprise of Uranus, who likes to try new things, remember. Stir that all up simply because I cannot help but go with this. I can't resist it. I tried, but it just makes the perfect fucking example. So, sometimes when you're doing a little boom boom, someone feels a little spontaneous per se and has an adventurous idea to tour Uranus or Uranus, right? That's when you, my friends, have a choice to make. Are you going to be open-minded, potentially be introduced to something that brings you great pleasure and enjoyment? Or are you going to let the what ifs, the what the hell knows, rule the roost and stick to that unfulfilling, mundane, missionary Monday routine that I talk about? I mean, because really you guys could both probably do that in your sleep. Doesn't seem like knock your socks off, which you shouldn't be wearing anyhow if you're doing that. But no matter your decision, take a breath before you answer so that you are emotionally stable. This can either be an energy that helps you start the new life, that picture, that feeling, that desire that you have been trying to harness. You're just trying to get to the next checkpoint, and it's been so close. And then you run out of gas. You get a flat tire, and you cannot get to that next little stopping point of your journey. Or it can be an energy that pushes you right back down to your place of comfort, where you're living a life of lack, a life where you decide it's easier to be unfulfilled. It's safe. I know how to do this. I can skate forward, but I don't know how to skate backwards, and I don't want to fall on my face. But when you started skating, you didn't know how to skate forwards, and you figured that out. Sometimes things that don't seem so appealing when initially introduced to you might just end up being something that brings you great enjoyment if you are able to get over the what ifs and the fear and tell your inner worrywart to shut the fuck up. So what are all the rest of these cards in this spread? We have Venus and we have the Moon. Now they are in a quincunx. A quincunx is that friend who can't make a decision to save their soul. Like, no matter how obvious the choice may be. So you decide, all right, fine. One's going left, one's going right. And neither of you have a map to know whether either one of you are fucking right or if you're both wrong. So you don't really know why you're having this awkward energy of like, I really want to just be like, oh my God, like you're so wrong right now. But fuck, I don't know if you're wrong because I don't know if I'm right. I don't know which way I'm going. I've never been here before. So then why the energy? Is it your ego? Are you just so used to having difficult relationships with people that you create this awkward energy out of habit? Perhaps even without even like realizing it? So what's the big deal? What's the purpose of a full moon? Other than to give EMS and law enforcement another reason to dread going to work. What is it? A full moon is a tool that the universe offers us to grow the balls, to finally be honest with ourselves. To be honest with ourselves that we are not blind. We're not insane. While the definition of insanity is, in fact, repeating a cycle or behavior over and over in the same manner, expecting a different result, I'll give you that. But maybe insecure, scared, broken, weak, or haven't found my balls yet all share the same definition of insanity. So, my lovely friends, if any of these words, these feelings, these scenarios resonate with you, it's time. Channel your inner badass, your inner confident self, your inner Medea, your inner oh hell no, and finally admit to yourself that you deserve love, health, wealth, happiness, and that it's about fucking time that you start standing and living in that truth. You've got to believe it as your truth. I've been around for a few years, some think longer than others, but I've yet to see any chariots, any big wagons with horses pulling them, or anybody pulling up in a Ferrari or on a ship saying, hey, hi, yeah, you know that person that's gonna come and save you? Yep, that's me. I'm your savior. Come along now. And perhaps it's because that doesn't appeal to me, but also because it's pretty unfucking realistic. Save yourself. Stand up for yourself. Be true to yourself. Use the tool that the universe is offering you and deadbolt the door. Appreciate the lesson and find a mirror. So that way, if you ever get confused as to who deserves your love right now, as to who is your focus, you can look in that mirror because you are worth it. There'll be an addition to this video. It's going to be part 2. I'm going to pull some cards for you guys. I will see you in that video. If you choose not to join me, hey, there you go. Perfect. Making your own fucking choices. High five. If you do, I'll see you on the flip side. Either way, much love. Bye-bye.